Hello everyone, Achadin over here, and today we are going to look at filters for last epoch. This is of course being Merchants Guild. For CoF there are a lot of filters, and I do recommend that if you are CoF, you do your own filter for the things that you want, if it's your own build, and many guides actually have the filters for theirs. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about only one thing that I changed for my build on the filters that goes from TSM, the Sanctum Market. As you might already know, that Discord does filters for economy. What does that mean? That means that if something is not worth it, it's not going to appear. Now, let's go into the filter screen. As you know, you have this, you have 75 rules, and they are all filled. Now, what I do is I just put here all the way up to recolor with merge champions. This is the extra shadow thingy, and it makes it so it drops colored like a havoc item. There are rules and guides that you can follow inside of the Discord. It's better that you read from them because they may change or something like that while I post this video. Also, they do updates almost every day or every 2 days. So if you have one, for example, I have the semi-strict usually until I go into the strict one, etc, etc. You will want to keep up to date and just check the page and see if there are any new updates. Now, one thing that you will need to know is there also filters for uniques and for Weaver uniques. How do these work? As you know, you always export, click in export and then copy to clipboard or XML if you are not in your game right now, and then go back into the game and add the filter. You paste from clipboard, and this is the uniques. They also have a spreadsheet that you can check, and basically uniques will not appear in this. But how do you go with the two filters? Same thing with the Weaver one. I'm going to just add it in 1 second now. Also, how do you work with three filters at the same time? Ideally, you also have an idle filter, but I don't use that. What you do is you just get from the ground any unique or Weaver item that you see. Of course, if you're an experienced player, you may know that some uniques already are kind of useless and they won't sell anyway. But you can get that one. If you are a new player, you can just get one of these. And then for the Weaver uniques, you might see, for example, these gloves, Swelling of the Razor, with 16 will. They will appear because they sell for something. But if I had one with lesser will, you will see that they just don't appear or appear colored differently. The with uniques is the same thing. You can check again. Normal. And now for uniques, for example, if we come here, the heart of Okeros will appear because it can be, depending on the role, somewhat useful. But for example, as you can see here, the symbol of the mice with only 1 LP, it needs at least 3 or 4, I think, to be useful. It won't appear. So you can just get all of the uniques that you want, just put them on a dump top. You can create a new one. And remember that you can put affinities now. You can put tab priority. For example, here we go, uniques dump. We put a color, for example, that is a unique. And here you can put any kind of thing that you want. It's very useful. I think Rax made a huge thing for this. And then now when you use shift click, it will go to that one. And you can do that with all of the uniques that you want. And you can even make another one for Weevil's Will. And that, for example, this unique, the crab with one thingy, also depends on the stats that it has. But you can see that with the unique filter, this one won't appear, because with only 3 stats and 1 LP, it's easy to get and it's not that important. Same thing with this Siphon of Anguishes that I have, that have only 1 LP or have no LP. As you can see, they are not important financially, so they just don't appear. But a Jewel Rush with 1 LP can be kind of good, depending on how the roll is. This one is kind of decent, so it appears. Same thing with Shattered Chains. Shattered Chains always will appear, even if it has no LP, because it's quite a pricey item. Now let me get the rings back. That is everything that I wanted to say. Of course, the best thing you can do is join the Discord, but if you want the link to the filters, I'm just going to leave them anyway in the description. Have a nice day, and I'll see you on the next video.